son, I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady.
To go. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready up.
Stop your whining.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Joe Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Mixon with a first down carry. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 2nd and 12, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, 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 hey. Mike's 50.
Yep. Smooth.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Five.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Here we go. Tight end right. Tight end right.
On 1st down, Robbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down now. It's Robbins, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch two. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Check 90.
Looking to throw. Madison. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing. They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Minshew sets to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
You go set. 30 base.
65, 65, 65.
Hard. Hey, high 7.
Operating from the gun, Madison. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Match box right.
Check.
Exit. Hurry, hurry. Go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. This is taken at the 18. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Check back, check back. Mike, 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. You're trash. You're trash.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun on 3rd down. Madison, man open. That's Kiki QT, complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
6-6, pull it high.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. There.
On 1st down, Madison, and he rifles one incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Throwing again. Madison. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on 1st down. Robbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Back.
Five.
From the gun, Madison. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Minshew. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Pulled in at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Look at me. Door.
To throw on 2nd down. Madison. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jaguars' 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Smooth. Mike 2. X3. 218. Chopper.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Go. Hey, Haywood. 2. Watch 2. Now.
Back to throw. Madison. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Go.
Let's get off the field. Sponge. No.
Shoot.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, Charlie!
On second and 10, it's Minshew. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Set, 8, read. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
It's just me and you.
5.
Watch the equipment.
Get it.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. It'll be Minshew again. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 on the last play, 19 more here and another first down.
Ready.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Ready.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Watch two.
Roll out.
Check that.
Operating from the gun, Madison. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, exit.
To throw again, Madison. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10.
Mike two.
The final shot before break. Madison, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
There we go.
Let's go
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, wahoo! What? Squeeze.
From the gun, Madison. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Madison. Got an open man. It's Radley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Get ready. Hey, Alpha. Mike 2. Ready.
Back to throw. Madison. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Madison. Throw left side complete. It's Robbins. Give him 9 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Go! 15 line. 15 line. Go! Go!
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down. Madison. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Set, 8, read.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Corey Littleton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, Minshew. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's their quarterback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Madison, and the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rock it. Ready?
Throwing it on 3rd and long. Madison. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And the Texans, 1st down.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, high 7.
Throwing on 1st down. Madison. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. Open man is QT, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, exit.
From the gun on 3rd down. Madison into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Robbins. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Ready?
To throw on second down. Madison, he'll rifle this one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And all the way down to the 37. A big third down play there for the Jags. 44 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And the pitch goes to Mixon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, sure, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
looking to throw. Madison. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Right up, 50, plant.
Single, slot.
Hey, orbit.
87's mom. Don't worry about that.
I'm trying to collect. Leo. Get.
On 1st and 10, Madison. Got an open man, it's QT. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Hey, wahoo!
87. Too little, cut.
Hey, Sam off!
Crouch.
Go.
On 1st down, Madison. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.